So I'm going to speak to you a bit about the syntax order in BSL. So in English, what you do in a sentence, as you know, if you're saying a question, you say the question word, the subject of the sentence, a verb, an object, a location, and a timeline. So to put that into a sentence, so why was the black cat Why was the black cat climbing the tree in your garden yesterday? So the question is why, the subject is the black cat, the verb is climbing, the object is the tree, the location is your garden, and the timeline is yesterday. In BSL, however, it's pretty much flipped. So first is the timeline, then the location, then the object, then the subject, then the verb, then the question. So that question that I just said, why was the black cat climbing the tree in your garden yesterday, would become, yesterday your garden tree black cat climb why. So the timeline is yesterday, the location is your garden, the object is the tree, the subject is the black cat, the verb is climb, and the question is why. So why was the black cat climbing the tree in your garden yesterday becomes yesterday your garden tree black cat climb why. So to go through it again, instead of what's usual in English, BSL does the timeline first, then the location, then the object, then the subject, then the verb, then the question. And that's the syntax order of BSL. So now I'm going to go through with you a few more tips about questions. So with questions, the question words are always last in the sentence that you say. So obviously you normally say like, what pets do you have? But in BSL you say, pet you have what? So the who, the when, the where, the what, the why, or the how always go at the last of the sentence. So if you say, what pet do you have? It would be pet you have what? If you say what time it is, what time is it? It's time what? So time what? If you say where are you going? You say going where? And if you say who are you going with, it's we go with who. So yeah, that's how the questions work. I'm going to talk to you a bit about unnecessary words and body language in sign language. So a lot of the small words are unnecessary. Words like the, of, things like that. So if you're trying to say I made some pancakes, you'd say pancakes I made, so miss out the some. Sometimes small words are needed, but if you do skip them, it's not the end of the world, and this is where body language is really helpful. So if you do skip any words, the body language sort of makes the tone of what you're saying come across well. So obviously if you mouth the words, that's a good start. And if it's a negative thing, you like frown. If it's a positive thing, you smile. And if it's much, like you sort of like blow out your cheeks. So if you're saying yes, that one, you like smile and point. But if you're saying not that one, you like frown. So yeah, there's just some tips on how to make what you're saying more clear.
So in BSL, grammar isn't exactly the greatest. I say greatest, it's not the easiest to get your head around. So in English, you have the subject, then the verb, then the location, and then the object. As you can see by this slide, it is categorized by colours. So the subject is purple, the verb is pink, the location is orange, and the object is red. Okay, so the subject, I'm, verb, going, and then you have to the location, orange, which is park, and then with Amelia, which is red. In BSL, it is a completely different order, almost backwards, but not quite. It's just a little bit jumbled. So that it goes location, object, subject, verb. So it would be park with Amelia, I'm going. Again, it is very difficult to get your head around, much like in the questions from the previous videos that we've done, completely different order. This time, at least with a regular sentence, you don't have to have that questioning face all the time, since it's just a statement.
Hello. When it comes to names in sentence structure, a lot of people come up with deaf names, And deaf names are essentially pre-made signs that are used to represent you and represent yourself. So, for example, if your name's Amelia and you really, really like bees, instead of us fingerspelling Amelia, we instead might go Amelia, Amelia, because this is a sign for bee, Amelia. Another example is that my name's Ollie, and my name starts with an O, and so does owl, and I like owls, so I would go Ollie, Ollie. So what would your deaf name be? So this could be something that you really, really like, or something that you think is close to your name or represents you in some way. So let's say you swim a lot, you might want to do swimming for your name. So feel free to put it in the comments below, and we'll happily tell you what the sign for that word is. So